Hey there, it's Jim and Debbie with another episode of the Midday Minute. Debbie,
Yes.
we're in the midst of a pandemic, as you know, but there is still a lot to be thankful for. And
But
one
of
of those things
course,
is our special guest this episode. We have Paul and Stacey Ryan, the Grand Exalted Ruler and the First Lady of Elkdom, are here with us today. But first, we have a contest winner to announce.
yes, we do. And it is a winner, Chicken Deborah Minners.
Congratulations, Deb. She's the second two-time winner. We've had a bunch of them lately. Deb, we're going to need you to tell us in the comments below or by emailing enf@elks.org how you would like us to apply your $50 soft credit. Which ENF-funded program would you like to support? And a reminder to all of our other viewers, all you got to do is comment on this episode with the hashtag ENFMidday, and you too will have a chance to win a $50 soft credit. Why not, right?
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
So part of me wants to sit here and talk about nothing, just to delay the stars of the show, Paul, and make you wait for Paul and Stacey, but I'm not going to do that. It's Thanksgiving. We're not going to do that to you. Without further ado, let's bring them out here, our Grand Exalted Ruler and First Lady, Paul and Stacey Ryan from Minnesota. Welcome, guys. How are things going out there?
Go ahead.
Things are going good. I mean, we're right now, like we talked about, we're pleasantly surprised with the amount of visits that we've had. Needless to say, we'd like to get out there a lot more, and this is the only avenue that we're finding that we can do it at this point in time. We're supposed to have done about 19 visits at this point, or I should say at the end of this year. I think it'll be about 19 visits, and we've gotten 6 visits in 7 states, most of them New England, and That's great. It's been phenomenal. We've been really enjoyed the East Coast, and of course, any of the other visits. Montana and North Dakota were fabulous also, but
And Colorado.
Oh, in Colorado, yeah. But obviously, we've enjoyed the New England states so far. Not the most, but that's the most we've done. So
yeah. So I mean, it's like the highs and lows. It's like the highs, of course, are when you actually get to go on the visits, and the lows are when you get the word that the visit that you've been packing for is just canceled.
Yeah. Well, and the nice part is that we've been pretty much aware of what's going to be happening. We knew kind of even back in August what was going to happen until the end of the year. And the nice part is that the states that we are going to have been flexible. We were only supposed to spend a little bit of time in Massachusetts, and we ended up spending 5 days there, or 6 days there. Is it 6? It doesn't matter.
6.
And visiting 5 or 6 lodges. Fantastic. Met great elks, throughout. And did the same thing with New Hampshire and Maine. We weren't supposed to be out there the whole time in those 2 states, but we just got back on Saturday for a full week from New Hampshire and Maine, and absolutely enjoyed everything about it. It was fantastic. Got to a lot of lodges, met a lot of elks while we could be out there, and it was just a good old time.
It seems like the time you spend on these visits probably seems more precious too, because
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What we're finding is that we're making a real connection with the elks that are out there that are meeting us, because we're able to spend some time with them, and we're able to get to know them and actually talk to them rather than just, hi, sign the card, here's our pins and thanks for coming and meeting us. We're actually sitting down and talking with a lot of elks, and hearing good things and their concerns and so on and so forth. And we're really just getting good feedback and, like I said, quality time, and that makes a difference to us.
yeah. Well, you guys are really approachable too, which doesn't hurt when it comes to connecting with the members.
We enjoy it. When we were in New Hampshire at one of the lodges we were at, once we got done signing cards and handing out pins and stuff, there was a couple about our age that came up last, and they sat down, and I think we sat for almost a half an hour and just sat in the corner at the table talking to them and getting to know them. And it wasn't all necessarily elk stuff. It was life stuff too. So
Right.
that's what we enjoy. We're getting to know people that have, similar, different backgrounds, but similar values and similar thoughts. And that's why we're all involved with the organization.
I just love to, to be able to give an example of that couple is, you wouldn't normally find this out. She was a 5-year member. She's been ER twice and she's a state chaplain. And it's just like, fantastic. This is what we love to hear. And would we normally hear that on a lot of these visits? Probably not.
Right. So, I hesitate to talk about silver linings because, we are in a pandemic, but there are some. And one, I would guess, Stacey, is it's a lot easier to pack for the Zoom visits, isn't it?
It is. Way easier to pack for this.
Right. So, we've adopted, we've been mostly working from home. So this is basically my standard work. I'm wearing pants right now. You can take note. So what's the next visit that's coming down the pike?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yep. That's supposed to be the first weekend in December. So cross our fingers that nothing happens between now and then to make that cancel. So,
I had lived my whole life up until last year without ever having been really anywhere near Mississippi. And last year I went to Biloxi twice. It was great.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful time. The first time was for the advisory meetings. The second time was their state meeting, and I had a great time with the Mississippi Elks.
Yeah, and we loved it when we were there for advisory as well. So and it's in Biloxi again that we're supposed to be going to. So we're really looking forward to it and really hoping that we're able to make it.
They were great hosts for the winter 2019 Elks Scholar Service trip too. Was in Biloxi, which is great.
So another silver lining, I think, is, kind of what we're doing now is like we're trying to find ways to connect with people because we can't be out in the field. But it seems like the Elks organization has really been forced to embrace video. And so some of the stuff that you've been doing, Paul, has been great. Like Debbie and I just watched the video message you did for Veterans Remembrance Month. Really nice.
Yeah, we had to make some changes. And I don't want to go down as the Grand Exalted ruler that nobody knew. And if this is the way that we have to do it so that we can get our name out there, get our face out there, but more importantly, spread messages out there, of my slogan and other enthusiasts, keep the enthusiasm going is I guess what I'm trying to get out right now. And that if we got to do it by video, then so be it. We're going to make sure that we want to keep Elks excited. We know that there's a lot of hurting Elks and a lot of lodges right now hurting, but we've been in existence for 152 years. We can keep going.
Yes, indeed. When we talked to you last, Paul, it was July, right? Mm-hmm. And we talked a lot about how to stay relevant. And this is how we stay relevant right now in this time that we're living through, is being able to connect in this way. And I think it's wonderful. And as Jim said, we really enjoyed the video that came through in the Vets newsletter the other day.
Well, we had a great reaction to the show that we did with you and Bob Dietzman. So, I know that people appreciate seeing you and getting to know you, and even if it's just by watching something on YouTube or on Facebook. But we're a bonus here with Stacey too. So.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about that one, but
ironically too is that that's been quite a while. I mean, things have changed since then. I've gotten a little better at this.
You've done it quite a few times now, huh?
I've had to.
Yeah, I think my favorite video I've seen so far was the one of you and Rick Gathen walking down the pier and talking about, I think it's the importance of membership classes. So that was, there's just been a lot of nice content that's coming out. And the stuff that looked like you and Dwayne in the newsroom was great too. It's just, it's a great way to keep people engaged.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of what we put out there so far. Ironically, you mentioned the GER class video that we did, walking up the dock and the waves representing the amount of people that needed to come in. And I think Rick will back this up on me because I talked to him about it last week, is that I think it really made a difference because our GER membership class of October cut our potential in half. We were looking at a loss, and that loss has been literally cut in half because of the GER month, the class, and I'm so proud to be able to say that at this point. And I want to reach out right now and say I'd like to cut it in half again. So keep pushing membership out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, on the program side, which is where, you know, Debbie and I spend our time, all the programs that we fund have adapted, right? So they're all, you know, they're all fighting and trying to help people the way we do. We've with our grants program, we've tried to make it easier for lodges to serve their communities at a time when, you know, the Elks are needed more than ever. And we've approved at this point, I think it's more than 3,000 grant projects so far. So we're getting a lot of money out there into communities. The lodges are doing a lot of good things, despite not being able to serve in the ways that they're accustomed to doing so.
Yeah, and you know, I'm watching, you know, when I watch social media and Facebook and see the efforts that are being put out there by the Elks and the different lodges and these programs that are out there. I just saw one today, and I think it was Painesville Lodge, I think it was the name of it, but that they had gotten approved for this grant, and they were so excited about it. And those are the things we love to see out there. And I'm so happy to be able to, when we're going out there and talking about our remarks and just mentioning the community investment programs that we have. So
yeah, we're pretty happy with the response that we've had this year and what we're seeing the lodges doing, and it makes us feel good, you know, knowing that that we can help them help their communities.
Absolutely.
yeah, especially in these times.
Yeah,
Right. Now more than ever, right?
Now more than ever. Yeah, we really need to figure out if the lodges haven't taken advantage of those community investment programs, go out and do it. It's money back into our communities, and we can show that the Elks are going to survive through this. So, and helping our communities to do so.
so
I don't know about you when, oh, sorry, Jim, I was gonna say, I don't know, whenever somebody asks me how things are going at the foundation, I just like to say, like, you know, we might be working remotely for the most part, but the mission continues. Like we haven't skipped a beat there. And I know the same is for you, for both of you, and what you're doing and what you're trying to encourage. And I think that leadership means so much to people, just to know that you want the best for the order, and that, you know, you're going to do everything you can to continue to lead through this very, very unprecedented time. I mean, I know we continue to say that, but it continues to be true. We've never lived through anything like this before, right? We haven't, but so the leadership is wonderful.
There are a lot of lodges out there that are fighting really hard to stay relevant, to stay solvent, and they're doing some creative things. And I know it helps, it inspires them when they can see you out there doing the same thing. I mean, you're trying really hard to be out there as our grant, even when you can't always be out there.
Whatever we can do to make things better and just keep thriving for the future. You know, it's funny, Debbie, you should mention that, you know, the focus of my slogan changed, but the message still stays the same. And that is, we need to create that momentum. So, right. And that's thinking outside the box. That's thinking, that's doing different things. That's taking advantage of these grants that are available to everybody. So yeah, it's vitally important. You know, truly, I'm going to miss a lot of the other things that the ENF does. You know, one of my biggest and favorite things or our favorite things, to be honest, is hoop shoot. I mean, we love hoop shoot. Oh, there it is.
Please, right now.
I should have went in my closet and got mine on. Yeah, we just love the hoop shoot program. We love the scholarship program. If you look at my pin, you can see ENF is a big supporter of everything that we're behind. And we're going to miss those programs, but we're going to stand behind everything now and into the future. So,
well, the hoop shoot is the one that's been the hardest to adapt to these times, but we're working hard, and we know that it's going to bounce back higher than ever. And when we do bounce back, we're gonna bounce right into our 50th anniversary year for the hoop shoot. So
It's
we're
just on
really
a
looking forward to 2022.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, what'd you say?
It's just on a halftime.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
right.
So I guess I kind of would like to wrap up by, we are in a pandemic, but there's still a lot to be thankful for, not the least of which is the Elks organization. But I thought maybe we could close by, maybe you guys, Paul and Stacey, could share some of the things that you're thankful for.
Well, needless to say, right now we're just thankful for being able to be in this position and help out in any way that we possibly can. I'm very, very thankful for everything that the Elks have given to myself, my wife, my family. I mean, we've kind of become, they were an Elks family before I even got involved. So, but it's an amazing thing. And I'm so thankful for having been a part of it and be able to serve it with it for the rest of my life. But more than ever, I think I'm just happy right now. I'm thankful that we've had our health.
Yep.
So
we've been healthy. Our families have been healthy. And we're very, very blessed in that way. And we know that. And so from there, we take what we can get, and there's nothing we can do about what has to get canceled. So you just be grateful and thankful for what we can do.
Well, we are thankful for the two of you and your leadership, and for being willing to take the time to join us on our little dog and pony show and connect with our viewers. We really appreciate what you guys are doing and the help you've given us.
Well, and I've been signing off with all of my remarks in every state within, and you'll see it on my emails that anybody I correspond with. So we'd probably like to sign off with that same little effort, and that is stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless.
That ends it perfectly. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.
Yes.
Maybe we can catch up after the new year.
Absolutely.
Love to. Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome.
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah. Stay safe, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
How about it?
Stacey. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love to hear that, for the trips they've been able to go on, that they've really been able to make those deep connections with members. And how much it must mean to the people that they are actually willing to leave their homes and go and, honor the commitment that they signed up for. I mean, it's really, really heartwarming.
Yeah. 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 Especially for some of the longer term members too, that it just, to be able to sit down with Paul and Stacey and talk and shoot the breeze, right?
Right.
That's mind blowing.
Absolutely. Right. And like they said, instead of that really like frenzied, coming in, leaving and having 1,000 other things to do, like it's really special. I mean, it's a different experience because less people are meeting them in person, even if it's just for a handshake or a second. Right. But the people who they have been able to connect with are never going to forget that.
Yeah. Well, all right, Debbie, is there anything else that we should tell our viewers before we sign off?
Well, as always, Jim, I'm so thankful for our Elks family and for our amazing staff and for everybody that's been able, like we said, to keep the mission going despite everything that's been going on. So that's all. We can catch up on everything else, in December on episode 46.
That's right. All right, then, if you've enjoyed this episode of Midday Minute, give us a thumbs up. If not, a thumbs down. Either way, share it far and wide so that everybody can hear from our Grand Exalted Ruler and First Lady. If you're not already a subscriber to our YouTube channel, hit that button and tap the bell so you'll be notified every time we post new content. Until next time, episode 46. Stay safe, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.